Every day is a great day to celebrate the amazing woman in your life. But International Women's Day gives you an extra reason to do just that. Celebrated every year on March 8th, the holiday encourages all people to actively choose to celebrate women's achievements and raise awareness about women's equality. When people say struggles that women go through, what are some of the top problems that come to mind? Here are a couple that we've identified and we'd like to share with you. Number 1, the lack of women in positions of power. From newsrooms to corporate boardrooms to courts and political leaders around the world. The lack of women in senior positions is a prominent problem. While the mentality around this has started to shift, it is not enough. Number 2, patriarchy. This is especially evident in the realms of politics. Regardless of a woman's experience, education, or abilities, the patriarchal nature of society fosters the idea that women are less qualified and less competent than men. From a global perspective, one of the biggest challenges facing women is educational inequality. Despite the many gains of modern feminist movements in the Americas, Africa, Asia, and beyond, unfortunately, many still believe that women are less worthy of the same educational opportunities offered to men. Number 3, sexism, racism, and economic inequality. The combination of these three may seem too broad of an answer, but it pretty much covers it on both a domestic and global front. All of the individual challenges we may be tempted to rank are symbolic of these massive, systematic power imbalances. Mothers and fathers, whether in South Sudan or the south side of Chicago, are doing their part to demand quality education for their daughters. It's up to women leaders and advocates, including the newly minded congressional leaders, many of whom benefit from past collective effort and stand upon the shoulders of so many, to push and hold wide open the doors of opportunity. Moving on from there, since we've identified the main problems women are facing today, we can now move on to our role models of 2021. Before moving on, a quick reminder. Our explanations were very broad and general, but when you look around you and at the companies around you, this can be seen evidently. Moving forward, here are our top role models of 2021. Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States of America. Harris became the Vice President of the United States. She was elected after a lifetime of public service, having been elected District Attorney of San Francisco, California, Attorney General, and the United States Senator. She is the first woman, first Black American, and the first South Asian American to be elected Vice President, as was the case with other offices that she had held. She is, however, determined not to be last. Aurora James, founder of Brother Bailey's and 15% Pledge. James has always been dedicated to community. After George Floyd was murdered in May 2020, James felt a profound sense of disappointment in another community she loved. She launched the 15% Pledge, which was basically asking retailers to dedicate 15% of their shelf space to Black-owned brands. Okonjo Iweala, a global economist. She once said investing in women is smart economics, and investing in girls, catching them upstream, is even smarter economics. She was recently appointed the role of Director General of the World Trade Organization. Her appointment was blocked by the Trump administration, but she is now the first woman and the first African to lead the WTO. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a U.S. representative for New York, the youngest woman ever elected to Congress. She consistently stands out because she's outspoken. Since 2018, she has never stepped back from her progressive policies. Özlem Türeci, Chief Medical Officer of BioNTech. A year ago, Theresa and her husband Wu Shahin were trying to cure cancer at their German company. 12 months later, the couple pivoted 600 of their employees to work on a COVID-19 vaccine 2 months before the World Health Organization had even declared a pandemic. She developed a vaccine that is 95% effective within 11 months. These are just a few amazing women that we've listed here, but there are millions around the world. Happy International Women's Day.